So let me tell you a story. Back in the day, I used to work for Google via Accenture. Accenture was hired out for Google. Technically, I worked for Accenture. But I used to write the Help Center articles for Google. And for instance, one of the things that I worked on quite extensively was the Google Chromecast. And because we were writing the Help Center articles, we had to have everything written before the products got released. Because of that, we often had knowledge of what was going to happen long before it happened. We had to do all kinds of trainings to make sure that we didn't leak information. That was like Google's big concern all the time, is that somebody would leak something that was happening, and then that could, affect the stock prices and all of this stuff. So we had to go through trainings twice a year, both for Accenture and Google. It got to be actually kind of annoying. We had so many security trainings that we had to go through. And one of the biggest things that they always emphasized is never, ever, 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 for any reason, ever, use your own phone. You're not supposed to use your private phone. Even a Google phone, you had to use, you could use a Pixel, or you could use a Google phone, but you couldn't use your own private Google phone because it didn't have the security on it. And if you ended up being responsible for a leak, you got fired. They didn't mess around. So if that's true for Google, if that's true just for stopping a leak about getting Chromecast early or something, getting some hidden information, like a lot of these things, people are really into this stuff and they really want to do it. They have whole websites devoted to trying to get leaks on product information before it's out. How much more do you think that applies to battle plans? This is the most insane thing to me. That they were, not just that they were having it on Signal, but you can't put Signal on these secured phones because it's not secure. So they were doing it on Signal. That means they were doing it on their private phones. And their security wasn't even worthy of Google. So if it wasn't worthy of Google, it sure wasn't worthy. It sure wasn't worthy of the security of the United States.